Welcome back and welcome to Table Rant. How are we all doing? Good. I said I'd do a few video clips. These are 3 video clips of why you should never open a door to TV licensee inspectors, okay? I'll also drop his last letter. It states on that letter that he had a warrant thrown at his address, but he doesn't show a receipt, yeah? So I don't believe he got away with it. He says he got away with it, but I don't believe that because they give you a receipt. They either give you a receipt to say they're processing it further, or they give you a receipt to say that there'll be no more action taken against you in your address and that you don't need a TV license. So this is the reasons why you don't open the door. Trust me, you don't open the door to these people, okay? I don't mean it in a horrible way. I don't mean it in a scary way. I'm just here to try and help you. And I've got a lot of comments to read out. The last video I did, people were slagging me off saying I was a lefty. This video's made up. It's not made up. That's the TV license adverts video, yeah? Not my last video. Go to my last video. I've done loads of comments, done a shout out for comments. Go to that by all means, because you might be mentioned in it. I'm going to do another rant out later on, but at the moment, like I said, I was going to show these clips, okay? And I've got another clip to show you. I'll do that another time about what a TV license inspector says. He basically says what happened to Paul Mick, but he's saying it to a bloke outside the door, okay? But we'll go into that in another video. But for now, enjoy these clips and think twice before you open that door, just to say no thank you, or just to film it, okay? If you don't open the door to them, it's a non-response because they go by the assumption that you're going to be in. So if they knock your door and you're not in, you're at work, that's not your fault, is it? So they can't chuck a warrant at your address, can they? But once you open that door and say no thank you, all the letters, once again, they've been sending you from all the way down to warning you that a TV inspector's coming to pay you a visit, and then you say no thank you, that then goes into a refusal investigation towards your address, doesn't it? So enjoy these clips and rant on.
You don't mind if I film you, do you? No, wait a minute, you've come to my door, you've shown me TV licence identification. Why does a video scare you all of a sudden? You're all the same, you know. You're alright there, mate, you don't mind if I film you, do you?
I do, yeah.
Well, I've got the right to anyway.
No, you don't.
How can I help you?
Have you signed out your TV licence?
What's that to do with you?
Because I'm an official from TV licence.
Have you got your identification?
Yes, I have.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, you can. And I've asked you to stop filming me.
I've got the right to film.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. And I've declared it to you.
And I've asked you to stop. That's my ID.
Right, okay.
Okay, have you sorted out your licence?
Am I obliged to answer that question?
Pardon?
Am I obliged to answer that question?
You don't have to if you don't want.
Right, I prefer not to then if I don't have to.
What will happen is we'll go back to the office and we'll apply for a search warrant, okay?
Right, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Bye bye. You alright? You don't mind if I film me, do you?
Can't film me. That's breaching my rights, Nelly. You can film as much as you want. I've got just an application for a warrant here. Now it's up to you whether you want to carry on with this. Like I said, I'll go to magistrate court. That's up to you. What do you want to
A warrant for who? For what?
This address here, I'll just show you. First of all, you can get done for that. But you can film me as much as you want because I'm not bothered, you know what I mean? Yeah, look. Yeah. Yeah.
Am I obliged to look at that?
You've asked a warrant for what? I'm going to show you.
You've come to my door.
Yeah.
You're a stranger.
I am. TV licensing.
Right. Have you got identification?
Showed you my ID.
You can show me my ID. I've not seen your ID.
Showed you your ID.
For the video, for and on the record, I have not seen who you are.
Okay.
Unless you're prepared to identify yourself, I don't have to speak to you.
My ID. TV licensing.
For the video, please. For and on the record.
Info warrant.
Can I have your name? Can I have your name?
Just go through for
Can I have your name?
Come back with police.
Can I have your name?
No, you can't.
Are you prepared to identify yourself?
You're having a laugh.
Are you prepared to identify yourself?
You're having a laugh.
You come here with empty threats, you've got nothing. You don't even know if I've got a telly. You don't even know if I'm using or liable to have to pay for a TV licence. You know nothing. You come to my door asking personal questions and you've got no rights. Power to the people. Do not trust the government. No identification. Just I am TV licence. Not prepared to put your identification on record. Not prepared to give your name. You've got no power!
Hi everybody, this is a YouTube update for the TV license videos that I've posted up to my channel. Warrant has been served to my address back in June. Date of issue of the warrant was the 6th, but it was actually served towards the end of the month. I don't recall the exact date. Unfortunately, the actual warrant, when it was served, I didn't have a camera available at the time. What I'll do is I'll quickly read through the document and then give you a long story short of what happened. So the warrant to enter and search premises and test any television receiver found under section 366 of the Communications Act 2003 by Kirklees Magistrates Court, date 6th day of June 2012. On this day, an information has been laid on by oath by Neil Blood. On application for the issue of a warrant under section 366 of the Communications Act 2003 to enter and search the premises at, and here would be my address. Now what I've done is put a piece of paper over my address and written down the name of one of the TV license guys who I requested to see ID from. Name Michael Harrison, ID number 307152. Actually, when I asked for his name and ID number, he gave me his name but gave me a false ID number. I wanted to see his identification to confirm. He gave me 2 digits short. Said that I didn't need the first 2 digits, just give me 7152, and said that that would be enough. So I can't confirm whether or not that's true or not, but I took what was on his actual ID. And to examine and test any television receiver found on the premises. Here, just getting close. There are reasonable grounds for believing that an offence under section 363 has been or is being committed. That evidence of the commission of the offence is likely to be on premises specified above. That entry to the premises will not be granted unless a warrant is produced, and that the purpose of the search may be frustrated or seriously prejudiced unless the search is carried out by a person who secures entry immediately upon arrival at the premises. I was frustrated and I was seriously angry with these guys. That's definitely true. Authority is hereby given for any employees of Capita Business Services Limited undertaking television licence inquiry or enforcement work authorised this behalf by the British Broadcasting Corporation, with or without constables. They had 2 constables with them, to enter at the said premises on one occasion only within 1 month from the date of this warrant, and to search the said premises and to examine and test any television receiver found on the said premises. And here is a signature. I'll get as close as I can in on that for you. There you go. Justice of the Peace, it says. So next sheet, notice of powers and rights under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984. This search is made by virtue of a warrant search warrant granted under section 366 of Communications Act 2003. The warrant authorises entry to search the premises and examine and test any television receiver found there. There is no power to seize any apparatus. Compensation may be payable in appropriate cases for damage caused in entering and searching premises. The address to which an application for compensation must be directed is, and then there we have the legal department, Capital Business Services Limited, 100 Temple Street, Bristol, BS 16AB. A copy of the code of practice for the search of premises is available for inspection at the above address and at any police station. Right, what happened? Long story short, I was in the house with my family. I had my 2 kids here, and the front door was actually open because the kids were running in and out playing in the garden. 2 police constables come to my door with the 2 TV licence guys behind them, and the first officer taking point put his foot over my threshold to the point where I couldn't actually shut my door on him if I wanted to. The first thing I did was ask him to remove his foot over my threshold, back over from being over my door. He refused. He then asked me my name. I says, am I obliged to give you my name? To which he looked a little confounded, to be honest. He then told me that he had a warrant to search my premises, and at this I was outraged. I went down the line of telling him that I was a free man under common law, that I've committed no crime, that I'm not obliged to comply, but in the end I was so angry and wanted to get rid of them. I consented to them to come in, do what they needed to do, and then get their hell back out my house. And pretty much in them words, I was furious. Needless to say, they came in and tried to tell me that I had a television, which I did, and that because I owned a television, that I had to pay a TV licence. And the man very arrogantly got the notepad out, or the little device, in an assumption that he was going to start taking my details, under the assumption that I was going to give some to him. I then told him that I did not need to have a TV licence, that I could have a television connected to a DVD player or a PC to be used as an extended display, which that is what I do, and that there is no live broadcasting streaming going into the back of the telly, to go and check it and then get the hell out of my house. I told the policemen that I was under common law jurisdiction, that my rights were being violated, that I've committed no crime, yet a warrant has been served to this address. There can't be any evidence that I've committed a crime, because the guys have come in and seen that I've committed no crime. There's no live broadcasting streaming coming into my home. My PC case was actually open, the side panel was off, so they could see I had no TV receiving equipment built into my PC. They went upstairs, checked up there. Basically they left with their heads down and their tails tucked tightly between their arse cheeks. They had nothing on me. I'd not committed any crime. In fact, I made a point of saying that to have committed a crime I would needed to have committed harm, injury, loss or fraud, or breach of the peace under common law. That the police officers were here to prevent breach of the peace. I says, no, you're not, you're here to serve the warrant. And that was very, very true, because if it was just to prevent breach of the peace, the police officer who put his foot over my threshold to stop me from shutting my door wouldn't have done that. He would have stood by and let the TV licence men speak to me first, but he took point. He had full intentions of serving this warrant. He had no consideration for my rights. He didn't recognise my sovereignty whatsoever. So now I'm looking to see how I can actively protest against the TV license warrant that was served to my address. But looking forward to receiving any positive feedback in regards to this matter, and your opinions are also very welcome. Just to reiterate, they left without getting any of my personal information, although I did consent to them coming in, checking that I had no live broadcasting streaming so that they could immediately leave. The fact that this warrant has been issued suggests that, in my opinion, fraud has been committed. My rights have been violated, fraud has been committed, there's no evidence to suggest I've been committed a crime, yet a warrant has been issued for them to invade my sovereignty because it's the law, which it isn't. So again, looking for a positive responses as to how to actively deal with this, and obviously to put the word out to let people know that they don't need to tolerate it. So I'll sign off for now and look forward to your feedback. Thank you very much.